I'm not upgrading to the iPhone 16, and there's a few reasons why you probably shouldn't either. I'd love to tell you why, so let's talk tech. My name's Arnell with Ardently Tech. There's a few reasons why the iPhone 16 is probably the one to skip and should honestly just wait until the iPhone 17 and 17 Pro come out next year. And there is a few sub-select group of people that this iPhone 16 would be great for, and I'll go over that a little bit later in this video, but going over what's actually new for this year with the iPhone 16. So it of course has the staples that you would come to expect with any new Apple product. So you're getting a slightly larger display, you're getting better battery life, you're getting a design tweak with the camera layout. Of course, there's new chips, so you're getting the A18 chip and the A18 Pro. So that of course comes with improved performance, and that better battery life is made in part by the processing from that new processor. Now there's some good improvements in the camera as well. For the Pro models, you're getting a 48 megapixel ultra-wide lens, whereas before in the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max, you were getting a 12 megapixel ultra-wide. So it is nice to see a sizable increase in the actual lens itself. The standard 16 still has that 12 megapixel ultra wide, and you do have that main 48 megapixel lens as well. And in the Pro models, you're getting 48 megapixel macro photography, whereas before in either the 15 and the 15 Pro, you weren't getting that at all. Now, probably the biggest improvement in the hardware is the new button called the camera control. So it's actually not really a button, it's more of a touch capacitive button, but you do have improved functionality in being able to swipe your finger across the top, either right or left to zoom in or zoom out of pictures that you're taking, and a couple of other features that I'm sure we will see as the phone actually comes out as well. Now in the software, you're getting the big update, which is Apple Intelligence. Basically, you're getting the all-new iOS 18 built into it, as well as the Apple Intelligence. You're going to be able to get that in the 16 and the 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max. Basically, all of the 16 models is going to come standard with access to Apple Intelligence or AI, which they're kind of afraid to say. But those are kind of my big takeaways in terms of the physical hardware and a just very quick look at the software. So my big reason for not wanting to upgrade, and why I don't think that a lot of people should upgrade to the 16, is not because it's a bad phone. It's certainly a great phone. I mean, is it a bad thing to upgrade to the newest iPhone? Honestly, no. I mean, if you're in the ecosystem, this is what you're gonna want to do is get a good solid phone. But is the 16 the one that you should upgrade to, especially if you're coming from an older model? My big suggestion is to skip the upgrade for this year and either get the 15 Pro or wait until next year and get the 17, because the 17 is probably going to have a bigger, more expansive design update. They tend to do that every 3 years or so, and so you're probably going to see a more visually different phone that will make you feel like you really upgraded to something new versus the same design language that you've seen roughly over the last couple of years. The biggest reason why the 15 Pro is a great alternative to getting the 16 if you're needing to upgrade anyways is because you're able to get access to a lot of the new things that the 16 has in terms of the software. Biggest being the Apple Intelligence. So the Apple Intelligence is going to be accessible on the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max. There's nothing extra that you have to do. You don't have to have the highest 1 terabyte storage. If you have a 15 Pro at any size in the hardware, then you're able to access that new feature. Now, for some people that really need to have access to AI, well, there you go. You're able to get that already with the 15 Pro. A lot of the marketing seems to be around getting access to AI through the 16 because it's their new feature. It's coming standard in all of the 16 models, which is great, but honestly, there's not a whole lot that is new and improved in the 16 that I'm feeling that I really need to upgrade to. Now, the 48 megapixel macro and ultra wide are great, but do I necessarily need those myself? Probably not. And this is coming from somebody that literally uses my phone for work, for this channel and for my other channel. So, I mean, it's not something that somebody like myself necessarily really needs. And this is kind of a feature that you would think would greatly benefit somebody like myself that is directly using their camera every day for work. Now, is it nice to have? Absolutely. Is it a noticeable improvement over the 12 megapixel? Probably not. Unless you're looking at them side by side, you're really not going to notice that big of a difference. The 15 Pro Max that I have now is a great phone. I mean, it's literally going to be running iOS 18 and several future OS updates to where I'm really not going to feel like I'm missing out on anything in particular. Plus, the camera control is honestly just a lame, gimmicky feature to me. I mean, it was great when they introduced the action button, and I would have preferred to see the action button in the exact same spot that the camera control is in now. What if you had the action button there and you were able to interact with different Siri shortcuts, or even the flashlight, you can change the intensity of the beam by sliding your finger up and down. There's so many different use cases that would make more sense by just consolidating these two buttons and putting that one button in the spot of the camera control. And in my particular case, I don't need that dedicated camera button control there. It's just something that I just don't think that I really need. It's nice having that quick access to be able to quickly launch my camera with the action button, whether it's in the spot that it's in now or the camera control. But apart from that, it's not really life-changing for me to be able to slide my finger across and to make me feel like I need to upgrade my phone just to get access to that feature. The size of the 16 Pro Max versus the 15 Pro Max that I have now is up by 0.2 inches, which is nice to have a little bit more screen space, but I also don't really need a much larger phone than I have now, so I'm honestly good there because the 13 mini that I came from, I was so used to that small size screen. Jumping up to the 15 Pro Max has been great for me, and I think that it's a very good sized phone. It's a little bit awkward to hold sometimes, and we've talked about that in other videos, but the size of the 15 Pro Max is just good in my case, and it's just barely big enough to fit in my cup holder that if I got a even bigger phone than that, it's just not something that I'm really going to want to get. So who should upgrade to the iPhone 16? So hear me out. If you are somebody that always is going to upgrade to the newest phone for fear of FOMO, or you just love tech and you just want to experience all of the newest features, well, that's great. Why are you even watching this video? You're going to get the iPhone 16 anyways. If you're somebody that just really upgrades once in a rare blue moon, sure, you might as well just go ahead and future-proof it. But those are the people that might want to get the iPhone 16. If you're the type of person, and this is honestly most people that buy phones, if you're the type of person that upgrades their phones every 3 to 4 years on average, the iPhone 16 is not the one that you're going to want to get. But if you're the type of person that upgrades their phone often and you're in need of an upgrade right now, well, I would recommend either just upgrading to the 15 Pro or waiting until next year when you're going to see a bigger improvement on software and hardware. If you value honest opinions where you're not being sold something every single time you watch a video, well, consider subscribing, because here at Art Only Tech, we believe that tech was made to make your life easier, but we also believe that not all tech has to break the bank. So if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing. It's right next to the like button on this video. And if you want to see any more of our honest opinions and reviews, definitely check out either one of these two videos. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.